Hi guys, Luli here, and welcome to another episode of the Fashion Influencers of Asia. So last year, I got to travel all around Asia, interview fashion bloggers, photographers, designers, and just overall individuals within the fashion communities in Asia, in cities like Tokyo, Seoul, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Bangkok. So in this particular episode, I was in Shanghai and got to interview Kestrel Lee, who I know for a while back. I used to work with him back in Singapore. He's the creative director at George P. Johnson Experience Marketing. I was really interested in picking his brain as to what are some of the difference between the Chinese consumer and the Western consumer, and what should Western brands keep into consideration if they're interested in penetrating the Chinese market.
The middle class consumers in China, they'll buy top tier foreign premium brands whenever they have the money to do so. And if they do not have that much amount of money, they will spend on the lowest price local brand. Most brands need to position themselves as just one step below luxury brands. It really depends on your go-to-market strategy, because China is more than just one market. If you are targeting Tier 1, Tier 1 will require you to invest in stores to build brand presence. But in Tier 2, you can actually experiment with just going pure online sales. Good question. If you are a brand that has not even made a name for itself in your own home market, better not come to China. The Chinese consumer is being a bit more skeptical. Even the Chinese government is clamping down on the use of celebrities to endorse brands. Whether your brand is the actual brand itself depends on values, depends on what your brand is about beyond just making money. In the West, the marketing department have far more freedom. They can invest in what they feel are the best ideas. But here, everything is done through an accountant's eye. Band together, create a house of fashion where you all can contribute what you can contribute in terms of marketing dollars, unique brand content to this entity, which will provide basically a home for all these individual boutique brands. It makes more sense to market together than market separately.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope that you found this information useful. As always, make sure to like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends. Bye!